Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy.
I must say, never in my whole life have I had the honor. Did I ever think that I would have the honor?
What?
I don't know what I'm going to say next. Hey.
Well, people are so nice. People have been saying the most lovely things like, it's an honor to meet you. I've waited 20 years to meet you. It's a pleasure. Don't do that. It's a pleasure to meet you. Then along comes one that says, you remind me of my grandfather.
So you've got written material.
I do.
I don't have any written material. Everything I say is off the top of my head. Which has led me to a great many.
You get yourself in trouble there.
Yep.
Why is George Takei so angry at you?
You're looking for trouble, are you? You're looking for trouble.
I was just asking.
I have no idea what's the matter with that guy. What's the matter with George?
Why are you assuming there's something wrong with him?
You're supposed to be my friend. Why are you attacking me?
I am your friend. I'm trying to get your head straight.
Why are you trying now after all these years? Well, George, you want to talk about George?
Whatever you want to talk
I tell you, I don't know what's the matter with George. Right. George has got a bee somewhere in an enlarged orifice of some kind.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's the matter with that guy.
Yeah.
Something I did has really turned him off.
Well, be careful what you say because somebody out here is recording your conversation and going to play it for you.
I hope so. So George, I called George one day.
Yeah.
See, I do this show called Raw Nerve. And I wanted him to.
I know you do the show. I was on it. Do you remember that?
No, seriously. Were you on Raw Nerve?
I was on Raw Nerve, yeah.
Oh, that's it.
You know there's a rumor going around that you tried to drown me in Star Trek 4?
I tried to drown you.
Yeah. I don't know how these rumors get
From looking at you, it's obviously I succeeded.
44 years I've been listening to this.
And it's getting more and more difficult to hear me, isn't it? Talk about electronics. We're wired here, we're wired here, we're wired here. I got a wire where George Takei's bee is.
Tell me about, have you seen any good movies lately?
You're in the movie and I'm not. Okay.
Wait a minute. I was not referring to any particular movie.
Oh, sure. Just casually came out of your mouth. Have you seen any good movies? Well, I understand the Star Trek movie is good. And I understand that you're very good. it's a very good thing that I'm not. Record that, please. We'll send that on to J.J. Abrams.
Nobody's saying that.
What?
Nobody is saying that it's good that you're not in the movie. No, nobody's saying that.
I was just looking for sympathy.
Anybody who's saying that, anybody who's saying that is known as a dickhead.
I feel sorry. Did you say dickhead? Did you call me a dickhead? We've reached a new level in our friendship. My dearest friend calls me a dickhead.
I wasn't calling you.
Are you aware that you just went into I mean, you may not be aware, but what came out of your mouth?
I'm not referring to you, yes. I was referring to a person who would say some terrible thing like it's good that you're not in the movie.
Why are you even suggesting that?
That wasn't me that suggested it, it was you.
Well, then replay your mind.
Play back the tape and show him what he said. Have you forgotten what you said 15 seconds ago?
What?
15 seconds ago you said it. You don't remember?
Said what? All right. Enough of this hilarity. Let's get serious. Have you seen any good movies recently? I don't know why I'm not in that movie, Leonard. Do you have any idea why I am not in the movie and you are?
I had nothing to do with writing it, but I think there was some discussion about the possibility that you had died some time ago.
I know, how do you... The first book,
Yeah.
I think it was the first book I wrote, when
Wait a
the cat...
minute. The first of how many? How many books have you written?
28, okay? The most recent of which is an autobiography.
What's it called?
I guess it's called. What is it?
Do you have a new book, really?
Well, it's been out there a few months, but...
Something about your
Up till now. No, not up until now.
Who said that?
Somebody who read the book. Up till now.
Down.
Is the name of the biography.
As opposed to Down Before.
Down Before is probably the name of your book. Down Before, you wouldn't know how long before it would have been. But it could have been before now that I was, and I couldn't have, and I wouldn't be.
You are in deep, deep trouble. Because you're getting mean now.
Irascible, I believe. Is the
That too.
Leonard, why aren't I in the movie? Why do you think J.J. Abrams decided, after coming down to the set of Boston Legal, for which I am nominated for an Emmy this year? How many times have I been nominated?
No, how many times have you won it?
Twice.
You've won it twice. Nominated how many times?
6, 5, 4.
What's it like? What's it like to win? I've never won.
It's glorious. The feeling of euphoria. The joy of victory as against the agony of defeat. Why aren't I in the movie?
I've been nominated 4 times and I've never won. Why have I never won?
Even your best friends don't tell you. Why aren't I in the movie?
I think if you saw the movie, you'd like it.
I don't know why I haven't seen the movie. It is really a mystery to me. I never saw Patrick Stewart in the Next Generation.
He's very upset about that too. He talks about it all the time.
He's going to be here tonight.
Well, you'll see.
Do you know that my wife Elizabeth and I, Patrick and his then wife, were having dinner some years ago, and to give you an idea of how little my wife Elizabeth knew about Star Trek, she looked at him, and then she looked at me, and then she turned back to Patrick and said, "How can you be the captain if he's the captain?" And that's the truth. And he and I started laughing because it was glorious to meet somebody who didn't have the answer. So Patrick's going to be here, and the whole Star Trek thing is very much alive.
But
and why I haven't seen the movie?
Why are you holding on to me like
because
that?
Because I need strength and assurance. I don't know why I haven't seen the movie. I haven't really had the opportunity, although Abrams said he would screen it for me. Here's the main reason.
Wait a minute. Did you come in on Delta Airlines?
I'm in the middle of it.
Did you come in on Delta Airlines yesterday?
I did.
Delta Airlines purposely, because they knew you were on the plane, they programmed the stuff.
I know they did.
Right in front of you, on your face on the seat. Right there. Right there in front of you. All you had to do was reach out as Captain Kirk and press the button.
I know. But they wanted me to swipe my credit card. That would have cost money. I don't know why. I had things to do on the airplane. I have a speech to make. I have a movie to direct. And I have got work to do that gets in the way of seeing Star Trek, whatever number that is. What number is that?
It doesn't have a number.
Star Trek 1.
It's the numberless movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Star Trek. They call it Star Trek.
Well, we were in Star Trek.
Sure.
The word Star Trek comes very difficult to me. I can say because my jaw clenches up every time I say Star Trek.
Say it carefully. Star Trek. Is it true that you've never seen Patrick Stewart as the captain?
That's funny. I thought I said that. Should we take... Wait a minute. You won't let me finish a thought, for God's sake.
Go ahead.
I was saying
If
that...
you think it's interesting, go ahead. These people are anxiously waiting to hear whatever you have to say.
They are, but you're not. I was going to
Say something funny.
Everything I say is funny. I don't know. Everybody laughs at everything I say.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, thanks.
Are you ready now?
No. I'm all upset now.
Go ahead.
All right, so
I'm going to just sit back and
story of our relationship. What would happen on the set all the time? I'd go to speak and say, what about George Takei? Where's the Takei? What is it? Takei. Is that the same as decay? He's going to hear about that, isn't he?
now he'll come on raw nerve.
You know what's his name on the radio?
Howard Stern.
How did you know I was going to say that? That Howard Stern is offered to referee.
Yeah, you told me that.
I told you that?
You don't remember?
No. I didn't tell you that, Leonard, because Howard Stern is just offered.
Just let me see if I can
What's
get
up?
it there. Oh, what's in there you wouldn't believe.
Problem is they would. Howard Stern is offered to officiate at a discussion.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
but why would I want to do that in front of Howard Stern?
Why not?
I want to do it on Raw Nerve.
Oh, I see. I thought Howard Stern would come on Raw Nerve and do it with
See,
you.
that I would go for.
Yeah, of course.
But Howard Stern says
He wants it on his show.
On his radio.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
Well, George works on that show, doesn't he? George Takei.
Yes, I've never heard him though.
I never have either. Doesn't he work on the Howard Stern show, George Takei? Yeah.
They haven't heard
The
of it.
thousands of them listening to it, obviously.
You can hear from the spot.
No.
Anyway, I was going to say, Leonard,
Yeah.
pretend for a moment
Yeah.
that in the realization of your wildest dream,
Okay.
that you're me. and you're going to go see the new Star Trek movie.
Okay. Okay.
Now, you know, we're fairly well known people. Look at us.
Wait a minute. I'm getting ready to watch it.
Okay, ready. No.
I'm Bill
You're
Shatner.
getting ready to go into the movie theater.
I'm Bill Shatner.
Yes.
I'm walking into a movie theater.
You're walking towards the movie theater.
The Star Trek movie.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm
And
ready.
there's a crowd of people because it's a popular movie.
Right.
You're walking towards it.
Yes, I am.
What are people going to say when they see you?
Why aren't you in the movie?
And that's why I haven't seen the movie. You get it now?
I got it.
All right, that released your dream. You're no longer me. What a relief. All right, should we answer some questions?
Yes.
Should we?
You think they have questions? They're probably going to ask you why you're not in the movie.
That's pretty funny. You haven't lost a thing. All those dead brain cells? They're percolating. That's really good. How'd you bring them back to life? Last time I talked to you, you were,
My memory is still very good.
that's good. What'd you say?
I don't... You're a lot older than I am.
I don't look it though.
Well, that may be true, but you are.
But
4
you know,
days. 4 days. He's 4 days older than me.
yeah, but you know, the difference between us, I mean, you finish this thing here, you go back to bed. I get on a horse. And I ride off into the sunset.
Ride to Kentucky.
I'm serious. You want to do some questions?
Sure.
Would that be a good thing to do?
Somebody over here, is there a
Is there a
microphone?
microphone? Are we organized in that direction?
There's a microphone, somebody's pointing over here somewhere. Oh, there they are, there he is.
Why doesn't somebody
See the gentleman?
give somebody a microphone and somebody asks a question?
Ponytails.
Or it's a lady. Pardon me, sir.
You know that I wasn't sure if the operation was going to work, so.
This is not going to be very successful. What did you say?
We're going to take questions. We have a line here, and I would appreciate if you just ask your question. We know y'all love these guys.
Oh, she's going to moderate.
Yes,
She's got the control
facilitate.
because she has the
Why don't you
microphone.
just give the microphone to someone to ask a question?
Over the years, one of my favorite things that I liked was watching blooper reels on DVDs.
Yeah, I hear it crystal clear, can't you?
And I was wondering,
Could we get the microphone up a little closer? Go ahead.
over the years, I watched a lot of DVDs, and I'd like to watch all the blooper reels on certain of the shows. And I was wondering if you could tell us one of your favorite bloopers that has happened with y'all.
With y'all. Y'all will have bloopers? Y'all got bloopers? Hey, a little blooper, y'all got what? What you all got? What you all got in a blooper? Okay. Let's tell them about the blooper reel, Leonard.
You can make all the fun you want of the people of Atlanta, but I have a daughter who was born here, so be careful.
A cynical ploy for sympathy. Well, I have a friend who lived in Canton, Georgia. A guy I know lives in Canton, Georgia, so I feel very comfortable here.
I lived here for a year and a half.
I was stationed in the Army here. It was called Fort McPherson. It was 3rd Army. And my daughter was born at the post hospital at Fort McPherson in March of 1956.
Do you remember what you did in the Army?
Yeah.
What? Tell us.
My job was entertainment specialist. I created shows where we used Army talent, Army singers, dancers, magicians, ventriloquists, acrobats, and I created shows and sent them out to all the Army posts in the 3rd Army area, all the Southeast United States. I created those shows and I directed them. And I also directed a couple of shows at Chastain Park. And I also directed a production of Streetcar Named Desire here in Atlanta at Peachtree Playhouse.
You're practically a native son.
So just be careful how you treat the people of Atlanta.
I shall be.
And there are people here from other countries, and you should be careful how you treat them as well. Because you're not always a nice guy.
I am. I mean well, and if the people of Atlanta would only take me to their hearts.
They're gonna love you. They're gonna love you. They're gonna love you.
They are going to.
You want to talk about your favorite blooper reel?
Well, that was the question.
Your favorite blooper reel?
Don't mock the people. Why don't we tell the history of the blooper reel?
Go ahead.
All right, so you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Because you have the most animosity about it.
Did I really?
It was a turning point in your life.
Was it?
So
Are you talking about me? You talking to me? You must be talking to me because there's nobody else here.
call me a taxi, will you?
All right, go ahead.
Seriously, we both reached for water at the same time. You got my signal, did you? Gee, it's getting harder and harder to open these damn bottles. It was a test of your strength. Oh, look at that, I did it!
Well done, well done. It's an issue about packaging. Have you ever noticed how difficult it is to open some packages? The way the stuff is packaged these days?
I know. I used to be able to rip them apart when I was younger.
Can't do that now.
And now I can't.
You get a knife, a scissors,
Yeah.
a hammer.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What was that hat with the hammer on it?
It's out back.
What is that hat?
It's the Hammer Museum in Los Angeles. My wife and I collect contemporary art, and my wife is on the board of trustees at the Hammer Museum in Los Angeles.
So you're doing a little advertising.
Yeah, a little advertising, yeah.
But that's in a museum in Los Angeles. Why are you wearing it in y'all?
Well, to begin with, I bet there's some people here who have been to Los Angeles. And I would also bet that sometime in the future there will be some of these people will be in Los Angeles.
They will long since.
And I'm talking, don't interrupt me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Some of these people might want to know where to go in Los Angeles if they get there. And I would say the Hammer Museum and the Griffith Observatory.
And go to your theater. No, I'm not going to die right now. You make the news. Don't worry about it. And go to your theater in the
Griffith Observatory. That's right.
Right?
Yes.
So you want, let's get this straight. Your foundation does the Hammer Museum.
Yeah.
And your foundation does the Leonard Nimoy Theater in
Griffith Observatory.
Anything else going that we should
Yeah,
know?
the Leonard Nimoy Theater in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything in Atlanta?
Have you been there?
I don't go anywhere. I try to get to see that movie still, all right? The bloopers. So, every Christmas. Well, I want to get back to the original question.
Definitely, very important.
Is it time to get off here? No. All right, so the series lasted 3 years. So at the end of the first year, we
Is that all it was, 3 years?
That's all then.
That's what everybody always
You
said.
get all that
That all
money?
it was? Was it only 3 years?
No, only 3 years, 79 episodes.
The rest of it was episodes.
And you were wonderful in 78 of them.
Reruns over and over again.
Yeah, we never got paid for
No. Have to go to work. Go ahead, talk about the movie.
Thanks.
Why do you keep interrupting yourselves?
I need the water. Okay, so we had 3 seasons, so that meant 2 Christmases. So the first Christmas, the editors put together what we call the outtakes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'd be playing.
Where doors don't open and people forget their
Where we
lines.
played the fool.
Yeah.
Mostly me. True to my nature, playing the fool. And they'd be on camera, and we would think it was just our joke between make ourselves laugh.
Right.
And we thought that was funny.
Right.
Then the editors, who were our friends, part of the company, edited all those outtakes together.
The funny stuff.
The funny stuff.
Yeah.
And at Christmas, we'd sit around having a Christmas meal, saying, "Weren't we wonderful?" and watch 10 minutes of the outtakes. Laugh ourselves silly, and realize, well, that would be burned somewhere along with the other garbage. So the second Christmas, same thing happened. Another 10, 15 minutes of outtakes. Everybody laughed. Look how funny those guys are. And that was the end of it. Series is canceled 3 years later. 3 years later, series is canceled. Goodbye. Sorry, great show. Love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. No, never
We don't
see
like you anymore. Go away.
No, yes. The show is canceled. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear, I'll give you my next point, then I want to hear yours.
Go ahead.
6 or 7 years later,
Yeah.
I'm skiing in a ski area in California. Somebody shushes up to me and says,
Somebody shushes up to you?
Yeah, it's called a shush.
I'm not a skier, so I don't know what shush.
Shush up to you.
Got it.
They come up, they go, shush. And says, have you seen... Exactly.
Like the door's opening.
And that's why I kept hitting the doors wouldn't open because you wouldn't make the noise. Are you ready? You ready? You ready?
So somebody came up to me and said, what?
And said, have you seen the funny film at the bar in Mammoth? I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is 6 or 7 years later. I've gone on to other things.
Yeah.
Like a deep and meaningful relationship with George Takei. And I said, I don't want to. And I go down to the bar and I see our funny films, which should have been destroyed, being played at a bar.
On the TV set.
On TV set. Where did that come from? And that was my first experience with the bloopers. What was yours? How did you find out about it?
There was somebody going around the country advertising lectures called The World of Star Trek, featuring the famous blooper reel, and charging admission to see it.
And who was that person?
That name just went out of my head. I don't know.
Well,
Somebody was charging admission to see it.
You're chickening out now, right? You're being politic at your age?
Yeah.
You're gonna die soon. What do you want to do?
You're right, but I'm still, I still want to be kind.
Okay. Yes, there is lots of time.
No, it's true. There were people out charging admission to see something.
So that was your first experience?
Yeah, and my worst experience. Yeah. It was not good.
What'd you do about it?
It was not the right thing to do. Well, my concern or my complaint was that it was not authorized. We were being paid to give a performance, and what was happening accidentally on the set was okay to record and to edit and to show to us, the family, as part of our internal experience. But to take it out to public and charge people to see it was not appropriate. I didn't mention any names. So I complained to our union, to the Screen Actors Guild, and they passed a rule in the next contract that said that the footage that could be used was only the footage of the actors being paid to perform, and the other footage was not authorized. I don't think it's right.
And did those unknown people subscribe to that?
Yeah, it stopped.
They stopped it?
Yeah, it stopped.
So nobody's ever made any money off of the bloopers ever again?
I can't answer that question with a positive yes or no. I just don't know. But I'm giving you the facts about what was my concern. I just didn't think it was right. If, for example, if a writer is hired to write a script, and the writer is typing away at his typewriter or his computer, it used to be typewriter, he's at his computer typing the script, and he does a couple of pages that he thinks are really trashy, he doesn't like them at all, and says some ridiculous thing like, this is trash, I don't like this, and rips it out and throws it in the wastebasket. Is somebody entitled to come in and take it out of the wastebasket and sell it? That's what it amounts to. Why are we getting so serious? How did this happen? Are you interested in this?
They're listening. Same thing, I understand that completely, and since I was part of it, I absolutely agree with you. But the same thing has happened to me on more than one occasion, where we're in rehearsal, and I said, no, this thing should be over here. No, it should be over there. Well, I don't like this thing in the first place.
Yeah.
And that is lifted and played in front of an audience and played on the air. Sure. Rehearsal tapes and stuff like that, where you're in the middle of a discussion,
it's not right.
And it's not right.
No,
not only is it not right, it's unlawful, and besides which, it shows you in a light that you don't necessarily want to be in.
No, that's right. I understand the audience's interest in seeing it, because it gives them a look at the process that we go through to do our work. I understand the audience. From an audience point of view, I get it. But from the artist's point of view, the actor, the writer, or whatever it is, it's not right.
I agree. But the bloopers are out there. They're very funny, and so there you are.
So now, will you play the blooper reel, please?
It'll only cost you $5. Next question.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
What?
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a comment and then possibly a very tiny, small request.
Why don't you make a tiny comment, ask a large question?
Well, my comment is that the iconic characters that you portrayed in the storylines and the show really reach across different cultures and generations, and I experienced that myself. My father-in-law, who is a police officer, obviously from a different time and a different generation, we don't always see eye to eye on certain things, but one of the things that we connect with together is our love of classic Star Trek. He's retiring in November. He's been a police officer for 20 years. He served his community in several different ways, and my small request was, I was wondering if I could get you on film saying hello to him.
Are you filming right now?
I am filming right now.
Where are you?
I'm standing over here with the microphone.
All right. Hey, officer! Congratulations.
What's his name?
His name, coincidentally enough, is Jim.
Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Congratulations. Wonderful job. Next phase of your life is opening up. We're looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Okay, what's your question?
I'm a big fan of both your works,
Well, that's a
inside
good
and outside Star Trek. Mr. Nimoy, In Search Of, changed my life. And Mr. Shatner, I've gotten more enjoyment from Has Been than I have any record in the last 20 years. I have a question for both of you, but I'm going to talk to Mr. Nimoy.
Oh, go ahead. Don't think about me at all. I'll listen and hope he has something to say.
Please do not start pouting.
I'm not. Don't think of this as pouting. I'm just resting. My pancake. I'm no longer a member of the pack. I'm going to pack up.
Okay.
What episode of In Search Of is your favorite?
17.
And which one do you think you learned most from?
We had a lot of interesting episodes, and some of them we came, some of the subject matter we came back to several times. I think we must have done Bigfoot 5 or 6 times. But we had a very interesting episode about telepathy. And we had we had these special cards that are designed for the communication of ideas, and I'm looking at a card and there are 5 or 6 young people sitting around trying to guess what card I'm looking at. And there was one young guy who got it every time, got every card I was looking at, no tricks involved, got every card that I was looking at. And the odds against that are millions to one. And none of us could ever figure out how he did it.
Overhead camera, just looking down.
No.
They do that in the poker games all the time.
Yeah, I know that. They pick the poker back. Yeah, I know that. I've seen that on TV. But I was...
Seriously, there was one guy who got them all the time?
Yeah.
Was there any explanation?
It's just impossible to do it. They just kept getting the card. No, there was no explanation. No. Except that he was able to read my mind. I mean, that would be the theory.
No, but seriously, because those moments, absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. Did you say fascinating? Yeah.
Somebody wrote a word that you used doesn't mean you own the word. As long as you prosper, I can say that anyway.
It's serious to say it, but it doesn't mean the same as you say.
That's true, but I am utterly fascinated by what you've just said.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you follow up with this guy?
No, we went about our business. But I've never forgotten that. I've never forgotten that.
Wait a minute. Guy reads 5 or 6 cards from your hand.
Yeah.
No way he could possibly know.
No.
And you know, that's great. Bye. Is that what essentially?
Yeah, that's what we did.
I wouldn't let it go.
What would you do?
I don't know. I would. First of all, I'd muzzle.
You'd write a book about it.
Right. Well, I would. I mean, here is a guy.
Yeah.
Because telepathy. I gotta get close to you. Why are you back here? What? I mean, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that word. That drives me nuts.
You're right. We probably should have explored it further, but I've never forgotten it. Obviously, I mean that happened 30 years ago.
Jeez, Leonard.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Well, it is. I wonder if that guy would ever raise
Make such a big deal out of it.
It's a big deal. Part of the mystery of life. We don't know how that happens.
You hang on to your feud with George McCabe forever, today. Forever.
I'm serious. That is that in itself. Let's go in search of that guy.
He was a young boy. It must have been about, I don't know, 15, 16 years old.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And you said goodbye?
I think he's gone on to win various poker tournaments and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. He sits at blackjack tables and beats the house every time. I don't know what he does. I don't know where he is. I'm sorry. Wow.
Because the mystery of telepathy.
Let it go!
Are you aware you just went, sounds like Edward G. Roberts.
It was intentional. I was a big fan of his. Yeah. You're the guy that shot my brother in the back? Yeah. Okay. We have a question?
And Mr. Shatner,
Thank God somebody's addressing me. Now I feel like a lump here.
I have a question about what I firmly believe is the finest work of your entire career.
Whoa.
Even counting Star Trek.
Whoa.
Do you have any great stories from the set of Incubus? It's a fantastic movie, no matter what language it's in.
You did that in a strange language, didn't you? Thank you.
We did it in Esperanto.
Esperanto. Can you speak Esperanto?
I can.
Speak so.
I have been. Esperanto was invented, I think, by George Bernard Shaw. Certainly it was, he had a hand in it. And it was designed to be the international language. It had Greek, German, Latin, I think, roots of the word, so that all the Romance languages and other languages applied to it would be, at least you'd be able to figure out what the person was saying. So it was going to be the international language. That was the big deal about Esperanto. And a guy, Stevens or something, he was a writer-producer, and he gave me a script called Incubus, and it was a very basic story about good and evil and devils and things like that. And I said, oh, you want to play the good guy? That's really good. You got the money, and we go, and here we go. And we're going to do the movie. And a week or two before we're going to start the movie, he hands me a new script. English on one side, Esperanto on the other.
You had to learn the Esperanto?
Well, both phonetically. I learned it from the English words, and then phonetically do the. I said, why would you want to do it in Esperanto? He said, there's 17 million people speak Esperanto. Every single woman is going to come and see the movie. We'll have an audience of 17 million people. And it was true, that's what happened. There were 2 in Cincinnati and 5 in Chicago. It was wild. No, he forgot that 17 million across the world, and most of them in Africa, would...
This person saw that.
Well, let me just... The funny...
There's the person who saw the movie.
That's right. And he doesn't speak Esperanto. So we finished the movie in Esperanto. Okay. And it's going to go to the Cannes Film Festival. So while they edit, they put subtitles in Italian on the thing. So now it's the actors are speaking Esperanto. The subtitles are in Italian. Now what? So they invite us to come and see the movie 6 months after we finished it. Well, I've long since forgotten what the movie is about. I don't remember what I said. So I go into the screening room, there's a large audience, and we're all looking at this movie, and I have no idea what it's about. I never understood the movie to begin with. That's my story.
Seriously, was the movie interesting? Was it a good movie?
No.
It was not.
No, a movie I did. It wasn't a good movie.
Well, these things
I'm not
happen.
used to it again, y'all.
Even great artists like you have been involved in lesser projects.
Yes. Why can't I be involved in a major project that's like singular? Like I'll do one every 10 years. Like what?
What is it?
Priceline.
Priceline.
Or more politically, Priceline is a very fine product.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait just a minute. Wait, we're on to something here.
We're on to something. Let's get Shatner. We're on to something.
No. On the contrary, I see your Priceline commercials. They are unavoidable. And I don't mean that I would
You're
want
up
to.
with jealousy, aren't you?
I mean, no. If you want to be, I'm talking jealousy.
He's got this regular job on that Priceline. I want one! No.
If one watches TV, one sees Priceline commercials.
Okay.
And I happen to think they're very good.
They are.
So what am I sensing here? What am I sensing here that's negative or about animosity? What's that all about?
From her?
I don't know.
From him?
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Are you happy with the Priceline commercial?
Absolutely. First of all, it's a great company.
Yeah.
They're very generous. They're very a good product. And the commercials are funny. I've been with them almost 11 years.
Yeah.
It's great.
I thought it was a great thing.
Right.
But somebody here said
People are
something.
eaten up with jealousy that I have this.
Is that what it is?
Wonderful company.
Jealousy?
Jealousy.
Really?
Just pure jealousy.
How do you feel about the competition like Travelocity, for example? No? No comment? I'm not suggesting anything. I'm really just asking.
Nothing. They're nothing compared to Priceline.
Okay. I thought I saw some strange animosity happen when this young, whoever this person was, mentioned Priceline, and you made a gesture.
I didn't. I was going to scratch my face.
No, I really think the Priceline commercials are very good. You're very wonderful on them. You are bold and brave and theatrical and funny, and there's no laughing matter. That one I think is terrific. And your work on Boston Legal is exemplary.
Thank you. And
You do a great job on Raw Nerve. You're doing some more of those?
yeah.
How many more?
Hey, I haven't told you.
No.
You are in for a thrill. Rush Limbaugh. And wait a minute, the head of Hustler. Rush Limbaugh and Larry Flint, I interviewed on the same day, hours apart, for 2 hours.
Fantastic.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Why is this thrilling for me? That's what I
Well, I knew you'd share my... I interviewed
That's
both
right.
those guys on the same day for Raw Nerve.
I bet you had a great time.
I had the best time.
Yeah.
It was incredible
Yeah.
to interview the most conservative, who turns out to be like a bright, brilliant mind. I was there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Much of the stuff he does is for audience purposes, to garner ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 15 hours a week to fill.
Yeah.
He fills it with anything he can think
He's
of.
looking to get attention. To get your attention.
And Larry Flynn
Yeah.
turns out to be this guy with a soul inside. He's tormented and tortured. And I got to interview them and touch. I had both of them.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So Raw Nerve is like the kind of thing that you and I are doing right now.
This stuff's going to be on the air pretty soon?
Yes, but it'll be on this fall.
That's great. I think that's really wonderful. You don't go around telling people how wonderful it was to have me on the show, do you?
I do.
Do you? Yeah.
Actually, it was wonderful to have you on.
Remember I did the show.
No, Leonard, you were wonderful, and you told us a
I had to
story.
work to get a compliment here.
You told us a story.
Yeah.
That you told me you hadn't thought of in years.
Which was?
The leather shoe and the whole thing.
My grandfather worked in leather, and
Yeah.
whenever I would come home for a visit after months away, the first thing he would check to see how I was doing, to see what the leather
He put his hand in your
on my
shoe.
shoes.
Yeah. It was the most delightful,
Yeah.
insightful story.
That was his way of checking to see how well I was doing.
Yes, if your heels were run down or your soles were run. It was a great story that you hadn't told to yourself even,
Yeah.
in a long time. That was great. That was wrong.
Larry Flint and Rush Limbaugh.
I know.
Two extreme-
Rush Limbaugh came all the way from Florida to do the interview.
Wow.
And Larry Flint, head of this incredible publishing empire,
Yeah.
also came to the set to do it. It was why don't you put it on a sandwich board and walk around?
I think that's
Just doing 7 minutes holding the time. He's going to do a tap dance. He's going to play music. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. 5 minutes, 5, 4, 3. Like at a fight, you know, when these pretty girls come down. Round 3, 10 minutes.
I want to take, now that you brought up the subject of talk show people like Rush Limbaugh, I want to take just about 12 seconds to say that I'm very concerned and disturbed, as it's serious. I'm very disturbed by some of the talk show people who are on the air who are inflaming the American public. I think it does not help to get, it does not help us. What we need is civil debate in this country, not that.
to Limbaugh.
And?
He yelled at me.
I'm not talking specifically about him, although I include him, but there are others who are even, I think, even worse in terms of just making themselves famous by saying inflammatory and dangerous things. And I think it's wrong.
You're absolutely right.
Where were we before I got serious?
We were talking about George Takei.
Mr. Nimoy, Mr. Shatner.
Oh,
We
a voice.
only have 10 minutes. So we have 2 people that have been standing up here for an hour and asking questions. So feel
Speak.
sorry for them and let them
Speak.
ask a question.
Yeah, speak, yeah.
I'd like to know.
Wow, look at this outfit. What is that? What's on your face?
Where are you looking?
Wow. Okay, yeah, you'd like to know.
It's R2D2.
She's got a beard.
Oh, okay. You'd like to know what?
I'd like to know of the 2 of you on stage, which of you is going to be in the
I am.
next Star Trek movie?
If you tell me you're going to be, I'm going to leap upon your throat and bite you in the gut. No what?
There's no plans yet for me to be in the Star Trek movie. No, seriously, they're working on a story idea right now. A long way to go before they have a script and know who they need to or want to have in the movie. Frankly, I doubt very much that I will be asked to be in it. I think that the Spock character has been very well established now in the hands of Zachary Quinto. I think they did it very I think you would find that you would probably say the same about Chris Pine. I think he did a terrific job. And I think this is very important. This is very important. I'm serious. I think you have every right to be proud of the character that you established that's been carried up and moved into this movie.
Bullshit. I'm joking, y'all. Joking. Haven't seen the movie, y'all. Well then. From the moment he's got this luxuriant beard that's very carefully clipped. When you see a guy in the mirror cutting his beard, what kind of a character is going like this every morning? Yes, I think I've got it. What kind of a character does that? What does that say? That guy?
So you have a bug in his bathroom watching him do that every day.
We have opened a Pandora's box.
We've done worse than that. We've created a monster. There's a question here.
Hi. Mr. Nimoy. In Star Trek, you play a character who suffers a lot of internal conflict because of the differences between his parents.
You do?
And this honestly has had a lot of impact with people who've seen the show and who've gone through similar situations themselves with their parents. How do you feel about the influence Mr. Spock has had on the fans?
I feel pretty good about it.
And very rich about it, too.
You help people sort of, through the show, come to terms with...
Some of us work for money. Some of us work to make a positive impact on our audience.
And what exactly do you work for?
No, I think think you're right. I agree. I've had a lot of people, seriously, a lot of people tell me that Spock was a useful and interesting and helpful influence in their lives. I think a lot of people go through the kind of dynamic that Spock has gone through, trying to resolve logic versus emotion, trying to find a way to live a dignified and useful life, a meaningful life, in spite of the fact that everybody feels alien at some time or another in their lives. I certainly have. I don't know if Bill ever has, but I have. And I think Spock has been a useful influence in that sense, and I'm very pleased about that. People often tell me that, and I'm very touched by it. Thank you for the question. Seriously.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
That's true. I'm sure you've had people say to you that Kirk was a positive influence in your life.
No, nobody says that to me at all. They say, hey, fool.
No, that's not true. You've set a very wonderful, positive example for people who get themselves educated and learn to be useful citizens and get to be leaders and take bold steps toward resolving problems that are out there in the unknown and beyond the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Help me out here.
That's what I get. Next and perhaps last.
I think.
What?
Denny Crane!
Denny Crane. They're saying Denny Crane. That's
Denny Crane, yeah.
some name. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. Here's the question.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks, I'm going to go on the red carpet to the Emmy Award show, and usually the supporting actor, I think I'm getting supporting actor, is up like first or second in the thing. So they're going to cut, they'll have a half dozen cameras, half a dozen people are up for the award, and they'll focus on all of us, and somebody's name will be mentioned, and they'll come up and receive the award. The other people will cry. They go, oh, wonderful, I'm glad you got it. And I will not get it, because Mad Men and Entourage and all, they're very popular and everything. We've been canceled, so we're not on the air any longer. And I'm with you, and my kids feel the same way. But I'm not going to get it. So the question is this: do you prepare a speech because lightning may strike, or do you not prepare a speech and therefore you know that you're not going to win it? I have not prepared a speech because I know I'm not going to win it. Except I could tell you what I would have said if I were going to prepare a speech.
Go ahead. What would you say?
I would say,
Say it to him. He wants to hear you speak.
see, the thing about a beard is it gets in your way no matter what you're doing.
How would you know?
My observation.
No, I want to hear what you would say if you were to make an
I would have said,
Yeah.
thank you. This will make a great plaque on the monument that rests astride the body of a dead show.
That's profound. Wow.
That's what I would have said.
Okay. Of course, if you win, you could start with, this is a big surprise.
But then what do I say?
You don't have to say anything else.
No.
Then you can say a monument speech.
Okay, I say thank you. Then what do I say?
This is a great surprise.
This is a great surprise.
I really didn't expect this.
I didn't expect this.
I didn't come prepared with a speech.
I didn't prepare with a speech.
No, I didn't prepare anything to say.
I didn't prepare anything to say.
But this would make a great plaque.
But this would make a great
you.